All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast, Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here with you. Thanks for coming back again and liking, subscribing, and sharing. And also, if you want to donate, I'm trying to build a new studio, and this donation will keep the advertisers at bay. Send it to my Venmo, ThomasMick322. Also, check out my other podcast, the Almost Irish podcast, which is with my good friends, comedians Dan Barry, Dennis Rooney. So yeah, before I go any further, I'm kind of addressing some of the people in America right now. Not necessarily this. I don't know what the situation is in your country, in Ireland or whatever, but guys, you should get vaccinated. Okay, you should get vaccinated. I mean, if anything, the good thing about when you get vaccinated is that you will no longer have to wear a mask. So that's good. If you have, what was that? You do have to wear a mask. I was just telling you do have to wear a mask. All right, guys, forget that. You will have to wear a mask. Sorry about that. But one of the good things about getting the vaccine is that if you haven't got it yet, one of the good things about it is that once you get the vaccine, you can't get you can get it. You can get okay. So even if you do have the vaccine and you don't have the vaccine, you can't. I just want to know because I want to tell these, so you can get it either way. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's misunderstanding there, guys. Misunderstanding about everything was going on in the world there. So, yeah, but you know, it is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Again, this is not me being an anti-vaxxer. This is not me being saying a COVID denier. None of that stuff, of course. But looks like masks are coming back, so that's fun. But I'm not going to talk about it too long. I don't want to dwell on that because nobody wants that kind of misery. So let's move on from it. I just thought I was going to give a public service announcement, but that kind of didn't work out in my favor. I'm coming to you live here. I'm timing this out because I have explosive diarrhea right now, and I'm not kidding. I've had a virus for almost 5 days now, and I went to the doctors this morning, and all the doctor said is I got to fast for 24 hours just to get it, because every time I eat something, the thing catches hold, and then so I got to starve it out like it's a fucking alien living inside me. So I don't know if anyone else here has any other medical advice. Maybe you might want to swoop in, because obviously the medical advice I'm getting doesn't seem to be working, right? It seems to be kind of crazy, the medical advice I'm getting, right? Masks, wear masks because it doesn't prevent whatever. And now apparently I got to starve out this fucking thing in me, and I got my blood pressure drawn. I got my temperature taken, my blood pressure, check my pulse. So it's not like anything that requires antibiotics. It's just I got to starve out this thing. So I'm timing this podcast, so I'm like about 25 minutes in between shits. So I just took one. They're not even, I mean, too much information, but at this stage, it's just water falling out of me at this stage. You know what I mean? So I can't even take anything, not even vitamins. Just drinking water for 24 hours. But anyway, that's, I digress. So I want to talk about a few things too. Like I want to talk about too, just briefly about the Olympics is shit now, isn't it? Really, everyone's up in arms about the Olympics. They're up in arms about the women's soccer team. You know, a lot of there people are rooting against their own country now. You know, do I have an opinion on that? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe kneeling for the flag, kneeling for the anthem, I guess, right? And I understand the protest. But maybe protest that in your country. That's my take on it. Does that make sense? Like maybe protest in your country. Like if you want to kneel for the anthem and stuff, I get it. Right, that is your peaceful protest. That's fine. But when you're overseas, maybe stand up for your anthem and kind of, you know, I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do it. But I would maybe, you know, while you're overseas, I mean, you're there for a reason, right? You went to represent your country. You didn't just go, right? It's not like you're representing the team back over here. I mean, I don't know who's watching women's soccer in America, to be honest with you, but you know, but when you're over there, you're there to kind of represent. I mean, the Olympics is shit anyway, right? And like you're representing your country. Just be your country. That's it, right? And if you don't really, then just don't go. Do you know what I mean? Like, just don't go. If you don't agree with anything your country does, and I'm not saying you have to be happy. You don't have to be. I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. But just don't go then. How about that? How about you don't go? Right? It's women's soccer. We're not going to miss you. That's all I'm saying. Like nobody's tuning into it. I don't think so. Maybe there are people are out there like Mick. How dare you? That's sex. It's not. It's just boring. Really, it's boring. And I come from a soccer driven country. It's just boring. But so I don't know. Maybe when you protest, you're over there for the medal, really, aren't you? You know what I mean? You are representing the country, so you're not representing the team. But listen. That's my opinion. What do I know? So they lost really badly. Hey, that comes with the territory. You know what I mean? That comes with the territory. And now everybody's up in arms about Simone. I don't know her last name because I'm horrible with names. But she went home. She cost her team the gold medal. She's like, I'm going home. Bye. And she's a hero now for just going. I'm going home. Bye. Now, I understand she's got mental health issues. I'm not going to, as a man who, has his own fights with mental health, I guess, and who is no stranger to it along the way. I can't put myself in her shoes, right? I can't put myself in her shoes and go, well, here's what she was going for. How dare she leave, like a lot of people are saying. But what I will say is stop calling yourself then the greatest of all time. Do you know what I mean? You got to stop doing that, and stop calling yourself a hero. People need to stop calling her a hero because all we're doing is saying, look, again, I think it is. She needs to look after her mental health. So let me just say that up top. She needs to look after her mental health, and then she needs to, she needs to go home, and that's it. Maybe she didn't like the food in Japan. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe she's not having a good time over there. Maybe the TV channels have no good shows on. Right? I don't know what kids are watching today. I mean, what is she, 19 or something? I don't know what 19-year-olds watch now. Right? I don't know. I don't know why her reasons are for going home. But is she a hero, though? Would you put her in with the Avengers? What are your powers? I'm a Spider-Man. I climb up buildings. I have like the likes of a spider. But I'm a man. I'm Spider-Man. Really? Yeah. What do you do? I'm a Hulk. I'm really, really strong. I can do everything. Oh, okay. Good heroes. What do you do? I'm Thor. I'm the god of thunder. I can fly. I'm really good. Oh, what do you do? I go home. I go home and I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Where should I stand with the Avengers? Like where do you want me? Where do you guys need me to fight? Is she a hero? That's the question. Again, look she got mental health issues. That's sad. Let her deal with them. How she feels fit. But do we need to call her a goat? The greatest of all time. By the way, a lot of people didn't know what the goat meant. By the way, I didn't. When people started throwing that around first, like what? Why are the people calling it a goat? Because you have horns, or like is it a mountain thing? Like I don't know. But the goat, greatest of all time. She's got it on her leotard or preotard or whatever. Like what do you call them? I don't know what they are. I'm the greatest of all time. And she went home. And we all go, you're brave. You're so brave. Round of applause. You're so brave. Right? And I know the comparison, or like what would, as from the American sports, like if LeBron James went home in the fourth quarter and said, you know what, I'm kind of dealing with something mentally right now. I'm just going to leave. And we would all go, oh, you're so brave. You're brave. You're a warrior. You're a hero. You could also join the Avengers. It's strange, right? It's kind of strange that I think what we're doing is we are now making it heroic to just quit. That's what I think. I think like we're giving the youth who watch and follow her, like, you're so brave. Like, it's okay to quit now. You know what I mean? Like, you cost your team the gold. Again, you had your reasons. But we need to stop glorifying quitting now, right? We need to stop quitting. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to tell my son to go and rake the leaves. Hey, son, listen, I need you to go out there. I need you to rake up those leaves for me. And he goes, all right, Dad. And then he gets like a one pile down and he puts the rake down and goes, fuck it, I'm done. I quit. And I'm not going to go, you're a hero. You're so brave. You're so brave. You're so brave. I thought maybe one day you would have signed up to be in the military. Not wishing that you would, but I'm just saying maybe that happened and I would have cried and how brave you are. Or maybe you would have become a firefighter or a police officer or something like that. Like a job that requires like bravery. You're so brave. But no, today's the day, I guess. Today's the day you made me cry, son. I wish I put it on TikTok with sad music playing. Um, Today would have been the day that I'm so proud of you. You just put down the rake and stop raking the leaves. But anyway, the Olympics is shit anyway. It's just a bunch of fucking people just fucking competing for their country. Then they don't get paid for it. They get a gold medal, which is worth 10 grand, I think, and then they have to pay taxes on the gold medal, on the value of the gold medal. What is the point? They're the most exploited people ever. And then they go to countries that, like, remember they went to Brazil and they went, yeah, let's go to Brazil. Brazil, like, yeah, sure, come on over, man. We got everything you need over here. We got beaches. We got girls with big arses. We got all the stadiums. You've only got 5. We got all the when you get here, they'll build stadiums. Then they're building stadiums in Brazil, and they're like, hey, these poor people are kind of, their houses are in the way. What should we do? Get them the fuck out of there. Should we pay him? Nope, just bulldoze them. Bulldoze right through, send them back up the mountains. We don't need it. We don't have enough beaches. Get more sand in. Let's just helicopter sand in. And then they come in, they have the Olympics, and the Olympics are over, and they go, wasn't that fun? Yeah. Now what do we do with all these empty buildings? I don't know. Can we put the homeless people back in there that we bulldoze out of their house? Nah, fuck them. Fuck them. Just exploitation of everybody. What are we doing? What are we doing? Fucking Olympics. Come on. Get like it was I think it's a tradition, right? It started in Athens or something, and some idiots were throwing frisbees across the water, like the discus and the shot put. And then you move in. Now you got judo in there and fucking synchronized diving. You just forget about it. Just move on. Like, let's have world championships for those sports, and whoever's interested, they can watch it. Like, I'm not gonna tune in and watch Ireland. I don't want to tune in to watch Ireland row. I just don't want to do that. I don't, I love my country, but I'm not going to go, oh, here's Ireland rowing across the lake. Hopefully they get gold medal. It's pointless. It's fucking pointless. Enough of the Olympics. Enough of the Olympics. Enough of, I don't give a shit about this girl, Simone. I don't care. I don't give a shit. And people are sending me videos. Well, Mick, did you see this video? And if the other girl back in 96 and she flips and she lands and breaks her ankle, that's a real hero. Yeah, she's not a hero either. She's just an idiot who jumps around and does somersaults. For what purpose? It's a sport. That's all it is. It's all it fucking is. Nobody gives a shit. It's the Olympics. Fucking move on. Move on. 5 rings. That's it. Who gives a fiddler's fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, just move on for the Olympics. Let's just stop calling these people heroes. That's all. You quit, you're a hero now. Okay, good. Got it. I'm drinking water, and even drinking water is annoying me because I know I'm going to have to just leak out water through my anus in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes now. I'm watching the clock. I went out for the first time last Saturday night. My friend Dakota, shout out to Dakota, turned 30 years of age, and so they were having a party for him in my hometown here, called a place called the Dublin Deck, and I'd never been there before, and I'd heard stories about we were out at the Dublin Deck, and I went out and I answered the chat, and I was in the middle of my explosive diarrhea was kind of starting then, but I figured, like, all right, I went 2 or 3 times, I'll be fine, I can go out, and it was only like a mile and a half from my house. So I went down to the place called the Dublin Deck, and I immediately just wanted, like, I hated it. I'm officially old now, whereas there was all young people there, right? And that's fine. That's where the young people should be going. They should be going to places like this. You know what I mean? Where it's just jam-packed. They're on top of each other. They're drinking. They're loud. All of that shit. And then you got the people who, you're too old to be here, mate. You're definitely too old to be here. You and your missus, you should have quit. Like, this was maybe their hang up back in the day, and now a new generation came in and they're like still trying to hold on to it. It's sad and it's pathetic. And so I went for Dakota's birthday, and we all sat around. There was a bunch of us, and yeah, and that's what it was. It was full of the young'uns, and it was full of just people, grown adults, like grown people around music they shouldn't have been around, wearing clothes they shouldn't have been wearing. Again, I know I'm not, who am I to say, but it was fucking god awful. God awful. So when I went in there, I just got up and said, I got to go to the bathroom, and I did. I had to go have and I know you're saying, ew, in a public bathroom. I did. I had to go in a public bathroom. But my friend Tom came up and he was like, "Hey man, you alright?" I was like, yeah. I'm going to do an Irish goodbye now, and I'm really good at Irish goodbyes. Like I don't even say goodbye; I just disappear. Usually, the Irish goodbye is you kind of give a quick wave to everybody and you leave. I don't even do that. I just disappear. And I go, "Where's Mick?" I don't know. He was here, right? And I'm gone. I don't. So Tom came up and I got caught talking. Not caught as if it was a bad thing, but I was talking to Tom, and then a fight broke out, right? And it just reminded me of, like, I'm so glad I'm not young like that in my 20s. Just all the fucking machismo and all the testosterone and all the ego of, like t-shirts too small for him and just like, hold me back, bro. There's a lot of that, like, and some guy got into a fight with another guy, and then he kind of like, where is he? His friends are like, where is he? Like he couldn't have got into a fight by himself. So his friends are like, where is he? And then there's this bouncer, this big fucking 7-foot tall black guy, kind of just came in between the two guys fighting. And once the black wall got in between them, the fucking aggression got higher because the guy knew there was no way he was getting past this fucking Great Wall of China. Right? There was no way he was getting around him, over him, or under him. So all of a sudden then he was like, oh, fuck you. Like, he became tougher. And I was like, this is embarrassing for everybody. And then what annoyed me then worse was, or more I should say, was the girl got involved, the girlfriend. And they're hilarious. Girls are hilarious when they get into fights with men. Do you know what I mean? Like when they get like, I'll go fuck him up. Will you? Will you, sweetheart? You know why you go fuck them up? Because you're protected in this bubble of it's not okay to hit women. This unwritten rule that you're not allowed to hit women. It's written in the rule book, in the law, about you're not allowed to hit people. You're not, because that's assault. But you're not allowed to hit women at all. But yet they get in your fucking face, started more wars like fucking Helena Troy. This girl thinks she's like fucking Helena Troy, and she's in there. And she's like, I'll fucking kill you. And like, sweetheart, like you are, like I knew this one girl I was talking to recently, and she was talking about, when I was in high school, I didn't give a shit. I would go right up to the guys. I would get in their faces. Yeah, but again, because of the protective bubble, is thou shall not fucking, it's the 11th commandment. Thou shall not fucking punch a girl in the face, even if she's asking for it. Like that rule is not, like, that's the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not punch a girl in the face even if she's asking for it, because you know you're protected by, I'll go fuck him. You won't do shit, sweetheart. And it takes a different type of man. Did you ever see a man that hits a woman? Like, he's all in. Like, this is going to sound bad. It sounds like I'm advocating hitting women. I'm really not. I'm not advocating hitting anybody. But like there's never a guy that hits a woman and just goes like, I was like, oh no, what have I done? Like, he's all in. He's like, yeah, that's what needed to be done. You were running your mouth. You were in your face. You were fucking kicking me. You were spitting me. You were throwing your drink on me. And I couldn't take it anymore. And I snapped and punched you right in the fucking nose. And there's those two guys. There's the guy that's all in. He's committed to it. He doesn't give a shit. And then there's probably the average guy like that hits him. But they just don't hit women. But I was like, oh my God, it's just, and I couldn't stand it, man. I just couldn't. And I just went, I'm done. I'm fucking out of here. I just have to get the fuck out of this scene of just loud idiots getting louder, getting drunker. And it's just not, and I'm officially old because every weekend I'm off, like I'm doing shows somewhere and I'm not involved in that. Like, I'm usually the stop before you get to, like, people will go to the Dublin Deck or whatever nightclub, and they'll meet up with the friends and go, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Where were you guys? Oh, we just had a comedy show. Yeah? Anyone good? Some cool Irish guy, handsome, really funny. Didn't want to leave. Wish he'd stayed on. Wish he'd done an encore, but he didn't. Any shows coming up, or I might see him? Yeah, I think August 12th he's doing a fundraiser for a guy who's sick, John Ziegler, Governors in Levittown, August 12th, and he's headlining the Brokerage in Belmore, Long Island on August 21st. Yeah, really, bro? Yeah. And then they go to those places. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't just go to those places. Like, so I don't see them. They're at my location first, and then they go on to these fucking hell. So I don't go out. But I was home. The The diarrhea has subsided, which I thought it was, and here I am on day 5 now. The diarrhea has subsided, and I thought, maybe I'll go out and see my friends. And I was just, I'm done with it. Like, and I reminded myself I just never go back. Like, I can't go to these things. I just can't. I'm done with all of them. Like, all social gatherings like this. I mean, we all might be soon, but not if you got the vaccine. You're fine. You'll be fine. You don't have to do any social things like that. So, but yeah, man, that was my week. That was my week in a nutshell. So I'm going to jump now at 20 minutes because I do feel my stomach gargling, and I don't know how I'm going to get to the city tonight. I've got a show at Gotham Comedy Club tonight, so we'll see if I make it. We'll see if I make it tonight. That will be interesting. But again, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, guys. I do appreciate it. If you're watching it on YouTube, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know if you like the show, right? Subscribe if you're on there. Just hit a subscribe button and you get notifications, because this show comes out earlier than the average person who just listens to it on audio. So again, lads, thanks so much. Be well, take care of yourselves, and as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you.